go. And I will move the scene so everybody can see what's going on. The black screen soon to become a game. In any second now, it's gonna. There it is. Welcome everybody to the Escape Gaming Masters Regicide Edition. Bit of a mouthful. Viper versus TaToH here. It's a best of 3 in the winner bracket final. The winner of this match will go through to the grand final, and the loser will drop down to the lower bracket. I'm joined here by Milmano, and we're going to cast this series together.
Hi there, everyone. I'm back. I've been away for ages. Oh, yeah. It's good to be back, man. It's so good to be back. It's been such a long time.
It has been a while. Obviously, you weren't involved with the Euro Cup, and then it's like before that you did some All Stars, but that was a long time ago now.
Yeah, I took a small sabbatical, really. Like I need to basically get a lot of things in my own life sorted out, and then which have now been sorted. And I'm looking forward to getting into the thick of it.
Cool, and now you get back to AOC where you belong. So Viper in the south of the map, playing in the yellow as the Mongols, and geez, what a map for the Mongols. I was saying this yesterday. I was saying, you know, thank goodness these guys aren't the Mongols, because this would be crazy. They have 4 boar each, and you can see Viper here already pulling those boar in. He's even pulling them to the mill to save time. I mean, why not? These villagers are going to grab that food so quickly. He's already up to the feudal age in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That could be a new record.
Good grief, that's disgusting. Oh my god. And the slight difference, actually, the 5 seconds, when I was watching the start, like, Viper just slapped down 2 mills and brought the first boar in, and TaToH had to move some villagers towards the mill, just a little bit, you know, more of a villager time. So that explains the 5-second difference, I would say, but that is still terrifying of an uptime. So I'm looking forward to seeing, like, those scouts coming out so early and getting some really good action involved.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we didn't actually see any feudal aggression because the map is quite easy to wall and defend. But this time around, I mean, with such a fast uptime, there's no harm in adding a couple of scouts in there. And okay, sorry, I thought that was TaToH's king for a second, running in towards Viper's TC there, but no, I'm just colorblind apparently. But yeah, Viper definitely going to be going into those scouts. He's throwing down a barracks already. He's going to probably take that 4th boar in a moment. And on the other side of the map, contrasting to Viper, we see TaToH going up a few moments later, actually grabbing a little bit of gold right here, probably so that he can complete Loom and save his villagers from any raiding units from the feudal age.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially as you know you're against Mongols and you expect this such fast uptime. If you click up like this quick, you think, okay, Viper's got this time. He's doing some walls you can see to the sort of right-hand side of his base to keep it fairly protected, but still though, you want to make sure you don't want to lose a single villager like that, something cheap. But yeah, it's all good. He's going to bring down the stable now for himself. Viper's going to bring down with 3 villagers, and you can see TaToH's just only building with 1, so those scouts from Viper will be coming out a little bit faster. And see a little scout engagement on the left-hand side. Viper wins.
Yep, that feudal age coming in a few seconds earlier, I think, just giving him the extra damage. I just wanted to add, I totally forgot, but we were supposed to show the captain's draft. There was actually a captain's draft for this game. It's not actually mirror civs. The players banned and picked for each other, but I think that the Mongols made it through. I believe that's the case. I need to double check that. But
I think it was game 2 and 3.
Oh, I think you're probably right, actually. But yeah, it does just seem like, okay, Mongols are the perfect civ for this map, realistically. So anyway, yeah, Viper going to lose his scout to the castle, so both players down a scout here. And we've got TaToH throwing down a blacksmith at the back. And no villagers on gold, so I'm expecting maybe he's just going to try and get some early upgrades on these scouts here with that blacksmith, as Viper comes forward with his own scouts as well right now.
It makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because you need to get the blacksmith as your second feudal age building, and you've got so much food income at the moment that you can get that early defense upgrade or the attack upgrade, whichever one you fancy, and then instead of having to put 100 wood down for the mining camp and put 2 villagers away from food onto gold, it makes a bit more practical sense. Anyway, we'll see how it pans out. Viper's finding 1 scout TaToH. This is a bit of a bad pick for TaToH.
I don't know why he stood there for so long. I mean, maybe he's distracted by the other side, but Viper's getting all the first hits in here, which is giving him the advantage in this scout war already. But yeah, TaToH, did he get the tech here? Did he actually do anything from this blacksmith just yet? I didn't see it.
Well, as far as I can see, I would really like to see the forging upgrade coming in, because it helps the spearmen and the scouts out at the same time, really. So, but he's sticking to it. Those 2 spearmen coming out, putting a couple of jabs in, and TaToH's going to try and regroup some more scouts if he can.
And I do believe that this map is very difficult to do any serious damage with these scouts, to be honest. I think it will be hard for Viper to break through and actually get into TaToH's economy. His castle is in a great place in the choke point which is created between his buildings now. And if we look at Viper's side of the map, it's a little messy, to be honest. His buildings are kind of misplaced, well, not misplaced, but kind of placed all over randomly, it almost seems. But his castle is not protecting nearly as much. This gold, for example, could be harassed a little bit. And speaking of that gold, he's got 6 villagers on there already. Viper perhaps thinking of transitioning soon into either the castle age, or maybe he could... I mean, I don't see him going into archers, to be honest. It seems to make sense to go castle and maybe make some Mangadai here.
Yeah, looks like... I mean, makes a good reason why bother, really, situation. But I think Viper now starts thinking a little bit more defensively. He recognizes the fact that TaToH's base is all walled up, or except for the castle, that's no way Jose to get through that front. So he's going to play defensively. He wants to capitalize on this deer patch on the right of his base. So let's see if he can protect it.
That is a juicy deer patch. Look at that. Man, so many deer right there. I mean, this map is just, food in abundance, and for the Mongols, it's a sight to behold, really. They can take advantage of that hunt bonus for days. But yeah, it looks like TaToH does have a little bit more food in the bank, and TaToH should be clicking up to the castle age first, if I'm not mistaken. He's also got more military units on the map, so I'd give TaToH a slight edge right here, even if he is maybe 1 villager behind right now.
Yeah, I would definitely think so. If you are a bit faster, of course, it's always beneficial. And I really like this as well. He didn't have to invest as much earlier on, but look at that woodline.
Yeah,
Hello.
This is messy for Viper here. This is what I'm saying. Like, his buildings seem to be placed kind of randomly, Like, he could have closed that off with his houses. I don't know, maybe he didn't realize there's a hole there, but he should know better. There's always a hole, right?
There's always a hole, as we always know.
So, villager down.
But, yeah, that's disappointing a little bit. I mean, you'll put a spearman down now to protect it, but you do. I completely agree with this. Its building placement by Viper's a little bit sporadic, that's for sure.
I would definitely say sporadic, yeah.
Quite. Indubitably, sir. Indubitably.
Yes, indeed. Hey guys,
fantastic.
gonna patch that up now anyway. People are already commenting how this is like the most British stream ever, but
I know.
You can only take so much of that. But anyway,
that's why I'm the only person here for today. Anyway,
yeah, TaToH will be up first to the castle age by about 20 seconds. It's nothing too major. He's actually moved over to take stone on the left side, but he's long distance mining, so that's not going to be for a second castle. That's going to be for a third town center. And looks like he's preparing himself for a decent sized boom, but also doing bloodlines so as not to neglect his castle age aggression. He can continue to pressure with the scouts a little bit, but he can also use that bloodlines for his Mangadai if he does start creating them in the castle age.
Well, look at those 2 villagers up by the mining camp. Oh, he's kind of
They're
trapped.
trapped.
That one's weak. He
Man.
dead, son.
And he's trapped himself in as well, because
he's
built these markets in this house. But it's not gonna work. 2 villagers down again. That's a total of 3 for Viper now. And his reaction with the spearmen seemed a little bit slow as well. I'm a little bit, I'm wondering what's going on there. He doesn't seem to be quite as awake, let's say, as we might expect.
Yeah, he was basically protecting the villager building the market because he wants that to come up, and then he was, it was like, oh, okay, I fixed the next issue, but completely deregistered the idea of those 2 villagers getting trapped, and then those 2 villas went down. That's a bit unfortunate to see. And this will hurt him as we now move into the castle age now and see what TaToH's idea is. Is he going to try and be a bit more aggressive, or do you think he was going to start booming it out a little bit more?
Oh, I definitely expect to see the second and third town center. He's got such an easily defensible map, and he's still killing villagers. That's another villager on the deer there. God. I mean, this bloodlines has really helped him out as well, but he's got these villagers and these spears chasing him for days. And this is really nice for TaToH right here, taking down so many villagers already. That's a 4 villager advantage for TaToH right now. And at home, he's actually putting down the university. So I expected to see the second and third town center fairly quickly, but it looks like he's recognized that, okay, I've actually done some good eco damage. Viper's actually quite open. Let's just send some units in. Let's send some Mangadai over and see if we can keep that going here.
Yeah, keep the pressure up whilst you can. Viper's going to put down 2 TCs immediately, one on the gold at the back of his base, and the other one next to his other wood line, left, covering the extra gold again. So it's nice positions, but again, it is quite far away and a little bit exposed, so yes, to make sure he's watching out for those Mangudai raiding as
Absolutely.
they come across now.
And yeah, and the Mangudai are going to be much more versatile than these scouts as well. They'll pick off the spearmen relatively easily. And of course, with the range, they can try and pick off villagers before they jump into the TCs as well. Viper are reacting with some camels. And I mean, that's kind of, I don't know how many camels he made. It looks like just the one. Maybe he's thinking, okay, I'll use the camels to chase down and clean up the scouts. Of course, they're going to help a little bit versus the Mangudai, but ultimately the Mangudai should come out on top in, relatively small numbers even. So yeah, TaToH going to back up to the hill. He has got fletching now. He's even completing ballistics, so it looks like he really wants to commit to this aggression, and he's going to clean up all of Viper's army here.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, so I'm sure like camel gets picked off first. Yeah, picks that camel off. High ground's there. A couple of scouts involved. Yeah, that should be an easy clean up, and it is. So back on the aggression. Is he gonna just go maybe towards town center?
He's laming the deer now, and he's completing husbandry as well. So I mean, TaToH is in a fantastic position right now, and Viper's continuing to make these camels. Now I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with making the camels, but I certainly think he needs to get bloodlines if he realistically wants to use them to engage these Mangudai, and he also needs to get husbandry if he wants to catch up to them as well. I'm at 16 minutes 50 right now, by the way, just so we can stay in sync. And interestingly enough, look at TaToH's king. That is the danger zone right there.
Oh my god!
What is he thinking? I mean, has he just forgotten about it? Because I mean, that is a risky place for your king to be at this stage of the game. I mean, it's unlikely that Viper's just going to randomly head out there, but if you just start grouping some Mangudai, couple of hits and that king is dead. So certainly something to watch out for, as we haven't seen a huge amount of king sniping action this tournament so far.
This could be the game though, Zach. This could feel like it.
Well, I thought maybe.
Doesn't Idle Villager Key bring up this king, right?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
It used to. Oh, okay.
Maybe Idle Military. I'm not sure about Idle. I don't think it's Idle Villager though. Oh. But yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Viper. I was generally wondering. Anyway, there's monks. They can try and pick him off.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, Viper's. Where's the RNGesus here? He gets one of those conversions, but loses 2 monks. I'd say that's reasonably worthwhile. But still, TaToH is running circles around Viper right now. The camels just can't do anything because they just get melted at this point still. They don't have bloodlines. And they're getting outmaneuvered because they don't have husbandry. And yeah, TaToH's just got full map control. He's in full control right now. And yeah, I mean, we expected to see maybe the 3rd town center. He's currently gone for 2. And maybe even, there it is, the 3rd TC will come up on the left side, but much later than Viper in comparison.
Yeah, a little bit later, and you can see from the stats as well, 46 bills apiece. And at one point, TaToH was up by nearly 5 villages, so Viper's made a good recovery, you could say, by keeping his base under protection as much as he can, whilst he's recovering the villager numbers. Hopefully that will pay off. I'm not too sure why he made those 2 monks, though. I mean, like, he just lost them both. I mean, you converted 1, and then lost 2. It's efficiency-wise not the best.
Well, I think it's worth to make the monks as a defensive unit, right, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like, versus the Mangudai, 5 range versus 9, right now. I mean, he still has the opportunity to get some good conversions in there. And also heal up any units, of course. But he is actually getting away with the boom right now. I mean, TaToH is attempting to keep the pressure on, but so far, after his initial sort of damage, he's not really doing much else. And now Viper's able to get back ahead in villager count, and TaToH's now actually behind there. He does still have the largest army, but he's going to fall behind now because he won't have Bodkin Arrow. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's not continued to kill villagers. He's kind of been stopped here.
Yeah, it was kind of like a half committance from TaToH. It's like, okay, I got the university up. I was like, oh crikey, he's gonna go for something pretty heavy here. And then he was like, I'm gonna put a 2nd TC down. I thought, well, okay, this is a bit weird. And then his own just brought that 3rd TC up. So I'm a little bit concerned. It was kind of like a half approach. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be Mangudai, get ballistics or whatever it is, and then charge in. But I think if you're gonna go with that route, I think you have to put a forward siege workshop and really push it. But it hasn't paid out very well for him, and now it's allowed Viper back into the game, which you never want to do. You never want to put this guy back in a position of winning.
No, I totally agree. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, though, if he dropped a forward siege workshop, it's fairly easy for Viper to pick off any Mangonels with his Mangudai. But TaToH should maybe have been relying on having a greater number of Mangudai, maybe getting, since he had the tech advantage, he's investing in the tech. it makes sense that he should have a military edge while Viper is just going straight into a boom. But like you say, it's kind of a half approach. He did add the second TC. He did eventually add the third TC. And meanwhile, I think Viper's just added a fourth. But TaToH here, going to be able to get both of the monks before they even attempt to convert, and maybe he can take this fight. They both have equal upgrades, apart from the fact that Viper... Actually, no, they don't. Viper doesn't have Bloodlines yet, or Ballistics yet. So
he is researching the Bloodlines now, though, which is helpful. That. And this is the monk thing. I know they're a great unit defensively, but this is, again, Viper here getting... Like, he wasn't paying attention just for a second, and this is where, like, the Mangudai is so strong at just able to come in, pick them off, and get out of it. I mean, it's, you know, if you aren't, you know, watching both at the same time, I know it's so difficult. Don't get me wrong. My units I've lost like that are ridiculous, but like mistakes like that are really going to cost you, because that's 200 gold again, just wasted for nothing, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people in the chat asking why are the Mangudai, why are they so slow at firing? What's going on there? Well, a couple of reasons. I mean, they're Castle Age Mangudai right now, so they're certainly, you know, at the moment they don't have Thumb Ring. They don't have the elite upgrade. They don't have any of that jazz. But also, I believe in the expansions, they did add a frame delay into the firing, so they don't fire instantly anymore, which is a kind of quite a big nerf to the unit, actually. Here we go, though, with this fight on the left side. TaToH and Viper, it looks relatively close, but Viper's going to have this reinforcement advantage. He can bring more Mangudai over, but that means that he's going to be fighting uphill. TaToH's bringing over another 4, though, and he should be able to clean this up. Even upgrades on both of them, but I think TaToH just had the numbers there.
Yeah, and a couple of units were on the downhill, I think. Just a few of them, and that does matter a lot, and that able to help them clean up a little bit better. So, nice job there from TaToH, able to pretty much wipe that entire army out, and that gives them a good 7 army ahead, and it was very handy to have. It was, again, and most importantly, really, it's about the map control. I mean, have you seen Viper come to TaToH's base once?
He's
like,
not really
at the very beginning.
Yeah, he's not really moved across the midpoint of the map since the Feudal Age, really, and that's a little bit concerning. I mean, TaToH's still a little bit behind in his eco development. He's behind by 3 villas right now. He's just added his 4 TC, but he is going to come in and find 3-4 villagers here, and that's huge. That's going to completely equalize things on the villager count there, 79 apiece. And I'd say with TaToH having the upgrade advantage on his units right now, he's certainly ahead. He has got more resources banked as well, so maybe we're expecting to see TaToH transition to the Imperial Age a little bit more comfortably here as well.
Yeah, Viper Squad has turned defensive now for a long time. And again, even if he managed to push out, I was just looking at the scouting info for Viper. He has no idea about any of the resources that TaToH has and where it is. Doesn't know where the main gold is, doesn't know where the other gold is, doesn't know... I think he knows where one stone is, which is getting mined already. So it's, you know, it's really important, because if he wants to push out, he wants to know where he wants to push out. But again, you know, has no idea.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I think that's going to be difficult, and he is playing the defensive game right now. Problem he's got at the moment is he's outnumbered, and the only way he can realistically fight this army is if TaToH splits it up, or he gets some good conversions, or he starts to out-tech it. But let's see, TaToH's going to run up to the hill and immediately back out when he sees the 3 monks. It's not a fight he wants to take, but this is what I'm talking about. Viper trying to out-tech TaToH here. He's going for +2 defense. He's going for Thumb Ring now, which are techs that TaToH hasn't gone for just yet. So maybe Viper can sort of claw his way back into this and get a good fight. But TaToH at this point in the game is going to try and look to solidify his position. He's going to look to try and place more castles down, sort of split them across the front of his base probably to act as sentry points, I suppose, and obviously more Mangudai production. And he's also going to go to the Imperial Age in just a moment. And Viper doesn't even have 100 food in the bank yet.
Yeah, you can see those villagers moving out on the left-hand side, backed up by the Mangudai. Looks like he's going to try and put a castle down. Is he going to put it on that hill? With that? Yeah. Is he going for it?
Well, that's an interesting position. But it's interesting. Yeah, I think he might go. Yeah, he's going for it right there. Okay.
That is pretty ballsy, I have to say. Because if Viper catches wind, he's got a good army to defend it.
Yeah, he has.
On top of it. Well, I think he's nosed.
He's outnumbered, but he... Yeah, I don't think he does know. I don't think he's done a Palisade scan, otherwise he would have gone straight over there. But he does have +2, he does have Thumb Ring, which are techs that TaToH doesn't have right now. So he could stop this castle, I think, if he came and attacked this position. TaToH showing himself. Viper's
Oh,
coming
no.
forwards. Is Viper going to put a
He's already
castle on this
on
hill?
Oh
Oh,
my
there you go.
God.
He's going to spot the castle. It's already over halfway, though. I think TaToH's got that. He's also got the hill now, fighting downhill against Viper here, trying to take out the monks. But just, yeah, wow.
GG.
Whoa.
Damn.
That castle. The castle that ends the game right there for TaToH. Yeah, Viper, I think he could have taken the fight if he'd have gone there a few moments earlier, but, oops, put the score on the wrong person. But TaToH gets the victory. What a great game for him.
That was fantastic. I mean, slight early troubles, but he had a great map and just executed the plan very well, I would say, overall. This decision making at the end was well critical. It helped him to secure the game. Viper, I think, had a good solid game, but I did think, you know, at times where, especially in the early mid game, his well, he said the building locations were a bit
Placement,
strange.
yeah.
It did cost him a number of villages, especially at that gold mine earlier on. That was awful to see, but to see those villages go down like that. But we'll see if he recovers in the next game. Everyone must have complete confidence in the man himself.
I'm sure. I mean, I would say the maps, I mean, they look reasonably even in terms of like tree lines and how easy it is to defend. Obviously, TaToH had the wall on the right side, but the center and the left side of his base was pretty open. I just think that TaToH's castle position definitely helped his situation. The fact that it was on the front and he could make a choke point to it, whereas Viper's castle was a little bit off to the side. It wasn't really protecting any key area of his base, I suppose. He couldn't use it to make a choke point toward.
No.
So it was a map that TaToH could use to be more aggressive, and I think he recognized that with the early scouting, and he used that to his advantage. He did put a lot of pressure on, and we were kind of critical of him for maybe kind of going for a half approach, but ultimately he still gets to the Imperial Age first, and he does come out with a very impressive 46 kills to 23 losses, which it's all those small victories adding up over the course of the game there to give TaToH the victory in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah, we were critical of the half approach, and I think people can see our point of view. It was just more the fact that when he was making the numbers count. Like the berry patch took out 4 or 5 bills, and then that brought that back into shape. And then Viper having to go so defensive, you know, to get that leather archer armor and thumb ring. Like, I'm just seeing now as we close the game off, like TaToH is just researching it now and saving up all those resources, helping him to get the Imperial upgrade first when he gets there.
Yeah.
And you can see as well, the units killed to lost. Like, that's making numbers count. 46, 23.
Absolutely. And what's interesting as well is even though TaToH was later to get his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th TC, he did actually collect more key of food and wood. There was a lot less gold collected for TaToH. But Viper was more heavy into the monks. So I think the monks didn't work out too well for him. They did get picked off, and ultimately TaToH gets the more favorable trades, allowing him to kind of snowball the game into his favor. So we are going to come back out of this one, and we have our second game in a moment. Apologies, I need to put the scores up as well. It's 1-0. But yeah, apologies. Apparently the brackets are a little bit screwy at the moment. I think they were updated to show that TaToH was 1-0 in the series, and that automatically moved Viper down to the lower bracket. So just ignore the brackets for now. Obviously, if Viper equalizes here, then I think what's happened is Challenge is assuming that TaToH has won, forgetting, of course, that it's actually a best of 3. So we do have Bedouins next. That'll be our second map, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we do have a captain's draft for this, and we can watch that together if you have the link for it.
Yes, I have the link.
All right, perfect. See, I apologize. I thought it was game 1 as well, but no, game 1's mirrored. It's game 2 that's the captain's draft. So what we'll do is I will count us down, and then we can both watch the captain's draft together. That makes sense. All right. So we're going to try it now. You tell me when you're ready, and
I'm ready.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, play the captain's draft. And There it is. So, Viper is, being such the memer that he is, he's named himself Jordan Fan #1 instead of the Viper. But what happens here is basically TaToH will ban a civilization for Viper. Viper will ban one for TaToH, so on and so forth. And then they will eventually pick their civ at the end. And we'll see what they go for here. They have I think it's 30 seconds to pick or ban their civs. We see TaToH banning the Chinese. Bear in mind the map is Bedouins. I would expect to maybe see the Indians being banned here because the Indians have that shorefish gather bonus, which obviously you want to remove. But we see Viper there banning the Mayans. Oh, there you go. Indians coming in immediately for both of them there. So, yeah, obviously Chinese Mayans, obvious choices to ban because the extra villages at the start. Indians, the second obvious ban because they want to remove the shorefish. What do you think could be next?
Probably Spanish, I think, for one of them.
Yeah.
If I was them.
You're right. It's Spanish being banned for Viper and Malians banned by TaToH there. And in the end, we see Malay and Berbers being picked up. So we're going to see the first non-mirror matchup of the tournament. Malay for TaToH, Berbers for Jordan 20. No, wait, what? No, it's Viper. God damn it. He's such a goddamn troll.
You got baited.
I did. I said Jordan 23. It's not. It's the Viper. He's going to take the Berbers there. So Malay Berbers going to be coming up next. And that is, of course, going to be on the map Bedouins. Map which we haven't seen so far this tournament either. Exciting stuff. And if you're ready, I'll count us down and we'll go straight into it.
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. And here we are.
Oh, hang on. I got 1 second. 1 second. Give me a second.
Okay, no problem. All right. Hello, everybody. I'll do the intro. I was actually going to say to Milmano, you should do the intro this time around, but seems like he has to take a moment. So, welcome everyone to the Escape Gaming Masters Regicide Edition. We are here with Game 2 between TaToH and the Viper. The map is Bedouins. The civ for TaToH is Malay. He's playing in the blue. The civ for Viper in the yellow is the Berbers. Non-mirror civ matchup here, and we did see some bans coming in from both of these players before this match. We did see the Chinese and
I do apologize.
No problem. We did see the Chinese and the Mayans being banned for obvious reasons, starting with extra villagers, giving them an early game edge in this nomad start. And we also saw the Indians being banned because I assume their shorefish bonus, which comes into play a lot on this map. And then we saw the Spanish and the Malians being banned. Why do you think we saw the Spanish being banned, Milmano?
I think the building bonus is quite nice, and of course Conquistadors are a really strong unit overall. I think you get the car slap those Conquistadors around, a really good raiding unit, so I think that's probably one of the good reasons, really. The building bonus to get the TC up a little faster, but generally the Conquistadors is what I think is the most strongest part of the unit. Of the game.
Yep, absolutely. If they want to do some towers, they can throw them up quickly, but this map can lead you into the Castle Age relatively quickly as well with all the shorefish. And with that said, you are going to get the castle and make the Conquistadors and steamroll. The Malians, I think, banned just because all that wood saved on buildings, kicking in from even the first town centre that you built, really giving them a huge amount of additional food over the course of the game. Viper, though, getting close to the TC of TaToH, but stealing away some sheep. He knows exactly what he's doing. He sees the house, and he's going to get away with it as well. Such a meddling kid.
Cheeky. That little sultan coming along, pinching a couple of sheep. Very cheeky, but I like it.
Certainly is.
Anyway, looks like TaToH's also getting near the vicinity. He's got 1 sheep. You're going to go for a couple more, maybe?
We got Parasol Man over here. I mean, he does know that the TC is there. He has seen it from behind the woodline, I think. So it should be fine. And Viper moving his sheep there, you see, so that he didn't get stolen away. He is going to intercept these ones, though. And this is the real fight right now. It's a very passive fight, but it's one about stealing sheep and resources.
Cheeky. Managed to get 3 of them back. Is he actually sending them back to his base or just for scouting? I don't know what they're doing.
I'm not sure, actually. Maybe he's looking for the ones that Viper stole so he can head over there and grab them back as well. Putting all of his eggs into one basket here. But we'll see. This map is very open. Very small tree lines in the center of the map. Lots of little ponds. Lots of sort of gold sort of spread around. And the thicker wood lines are in the corner and at the edge of the map. And we see neither player going for that so far. Both of them focusing in on building their mills and taking those shorefish. And even for the Viper, getting onto some stone. Bear in mind, we're Regicide here, so that means starting with additional resources. Maybe the tower rush from Viper coming in here.
It's really interesting because in normal standard Bedouins without the Regicide is that you don't have a king. So your scouting is quite limited in comparison. So with this, like, it's allowed Viper and TaToH to be able to scout the enemy pretty quickly and get a good understanding of what their base is like and what their enemy base is like, and able to decide from there. So I think Viper is taking this opportunity and is like, well, okay, I can adapt my plan a little bit more and start thinking about maybe go towards more feudal age aggression, or maybe I can go up to the castle age. But with the with 9 villages, it looks like it's going to be more of a feudal aggression. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to try and provide it to TaToH.
That's a feudal up on 10 population. He didn't even build a second house. That is, he obviously had this plan because he would have built the house earlier, but it's time to perfection, really. And interestingly, I mean, he's not got that many villas on the stone. He's just got the 2. It looks like he'll plan to make a tower somewhere, but maybe into, well, I'm wondering, he's got 2 villas over to the gold, which is pretty indicative of man-at-arms. He doesn't have the wood for a barracks just yet. I think Viper might be going up a little bit too fast here.
Could be. I mean, yeah, what's he going to do? He doesn't have the wood for a barracks, let alone for an arch-range or anything. So he has to be doing either towers or, man-at-arms. Like, it's... Yeah, maybe he's slightly outdone himself. Like, oh, I've gone up far too quick. It's going to go for a tower, that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a tower on this wood line, but he doesn't have the stone for it yet. He's got to wait a little bit longer till he can place it down. But he should be able to force drop this villager and be able to build it in just a second anyway. There you go. 126 stone, and he'll drop it there. But TaToH knows. He's already moved away from the lumber camp. Viper's given himself away there in the fog of war. TaToH's relocating. But he's all coming down to take this gold here, and I wonder, you know, he's got the gold at the back. He could take that, but he is deciding to take the gold that's more forward, and with a lot of villagers as well. Maybe TaToH considering to go into archers here in the feudal age.
Could be, yeah. It's a slight concern, though, as you said, because the tower's going to come up and it won't reach the goal, but it will give sight of TaToH's probably mining it. So I think he's going to try and move away a little bit. He's sending those villagers now away. I think is he going to that goal on the very far left, maybe, or
well, he's going to the stone right now. And obviously the resources that these guys have gathered is going to be banked when this mining camp comes up. So I think actually what he's doing is getting the gold for loom. I think that's the plan there. So he's not committing to the gold. He's just getting loom. Really important. And of course, once this mining camp comes up, there you go, 55 gold. Loom's coming in. Well, it should come in at some point. But look at this. Viper's still got his king hanging around. I mean, he's playing risky with that, but it is an early game scout. It's very valuable to have.
Same with TaToH. Just picked up the 3 sheep again. Oh, that's very close, though. Is he going? Wow, okay. What? TaToH, be careful. Oh my god, what am I seeing? Oh dear. I don't know what to believe anymore. I guess he's trying to go for aggression with some towers, but
he doesn't have the stone for a tower.
No, I don't know what.
It's a little messy. The villager fights now happen. TaToH doesn't have loom here. What is he doing?
No,
he's got the gold for it. Viper's done loom. TaToH does not, and now he's got 1 health on this villager. He's trying to use his king to block the villagers. The king's going to take some damage. But he will save the villager. Viper's trying to block now as well, but he's not going to get away with it. Loom's coming in for TaToH, but this 1 HP villager is going to stay on 1 HP, I think, even with Loom. Maybe she'll go up. No, she should stay on 1 HP with Loom. Yeah, she will.
Oh my god, kill her!
Oh, down she goes. And there you go. TaToH forced to retreat back. These kings, though, dancing here.
I've never seen this king be used to block a villager to get killed.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Takes 2 to tango, and those kings are certainly dancing the night away here.
Please palisade the king and then kill it. Oh no!
Oh, Viper! No, don't go to the wood line. What is he thinking? All right, TaToH's gonna try and get some revenge. She's gonna batter this woman down here. She is probably. Oh no, she's not gonna go down.
The tower there is providing some good cover.
This game, man, this is ridiculous. As both players are ready to put down more towers. Both players have the stone for it. TaToH seems a little bit unsure what he wants to do here.
I mean, wouldn't you be? You just sent 4 villagers across to put some towers down, didn't have enough stone, lost a build to his king. I think you have to take a minute here to think about what you want to try and do. I can't understand his situation right now.
Yeah, I think he needs to just chill out. To be honest, I mean, he's not under that much pressure.
No.
He's put a single tower down. He's not anywhere near his eco. Just relax. You know, just chill. He's got 300 stone in the bank. He can throw down a defensive tower if he needs it. Meanwhile, Viper's gone back home. Viper is actually now, well, he's hoarding the sheep, but he's still taking the shorefish, taking the second mill here on this second pond.
Yeah.
And the food should be fine. There's a lot of boar back here. I mean, for TaToH, food should be no problem. There's 4 boar and a bunch of deer, which he can grab as well.
Lovely. That looks lovely to take. Yeah, I hope he can. Yeah, fish are starting to run out in terms of being efficient. One by his town center, 2 are quite far away. The other one is reachable though, so that's okay. So I might see him start to. Oh, it's going to one up top though. Oh, the king's blocking it though. Oh, that pesky little sultan.
Where? Oh, this guy.
Top.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Oh man.
Oh, up the top. He's also got one sneaky mill coming in though.
It's quite
a distraction.
It's quite funny how much they can achieve with a unit that can't attack.
I know.
You know, they're still able to damage. But yeah, Viper's immediately spotting that out, and I think he's going to go for the tower in the middle here. TaToH doesn't... Yeah, he sees it. He does see it.
Sees it.
And now he can counter tower, no problem. That's twice now that Viper's given up the game plan there.
It would have been so good, but the villager just auto went to that shorefish at the back end and then saw it from there. So that's so unfortunate. Still, going to go for attempt number 2.
Deleting.
Oh, but it's been seen.
Coming over the left side. Why did he delete the tower? Some people might wonder. To get the stone back, so he doesn't overcommit to a tower he doesn't need. And he's forcing Viper to keep placing these foundations and then backing away. So TaToH's just fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, he can chill. He can relax. He's okay here. He is very heavy on the... Well, he was very heavy on the wood. I think he's trying to balance his eco out a little bit. He's got to get a little bit more food income, because his food income is a little bit ropey right now, to say the least. And maybe get a barracks down. Yeah, he's got the barracks down. Maybe go for a range here. Maybe I don't know. It's difficult to call, because there is a lot of options for these guys. But Viper's gone for a stable and scouts at the moment.
Yeah, he needs to get those spearmen up, TaToH. He has got some exposed villagers, because scouts will pick them off back.
And an exposed king as well, I should add, down in the south.
And an exposed king.
Yeah. And also an archery range. So things are starting to get dangerous now for the kings. They can't be staying out of town forever. They will get hunted down. And Viper's brought his king back home. TaToH's got his king in the south, acting as a bit of a scout, I think, to this villager. He's building this archery range way out of the way. Looks like Viper's going to find the stone, though. Pick off 2 villagers there, no problem.
That is cheeky. That village is still there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
She's hanging around.
This is great. She's going to drop a tower down now, probably, or something, and it's going to force TaToH to either let those villagers die to the tower or to scouts. And he's probably buying time for the spearmen to come in. Yeah, there we go. Spearmen's going to come in and hopefully clean this up. So
I mean, that tower is not going to come up fast enough. So TaToH should be able to defend it. Does he see the tower? I think he does. He's moving the villagers away, putting a tower up of his own. And
he's going to bring us 3 vills from the... Oh my god, that one's really weak though. He's got to... Yeah, don't send that one out. He's just going to die.
This is a game of fails right here. I mean, every tower of Viper has just been a failed tower, really. And TaToH's not really been able to do much either in return. Viper, though, does have a large number of scouts. He can easily come in and pick off the spearmen here. We'll lose a scout in the process, but that low HP villager you spoke about will go down, and the other villagers are going to be forced to fight. Viper's watchtower, 90%. TaToH now refocusing his vills onto the tower, but the scouts are a problem. He's not sure what he wants to do now. Is it the tower? Is it the scouts?
The hesitation has cost him a little bit here.
Maybe, but he can kill the scouts, I think. Well, this village is going to go down. Maybe not.
He dead.
Ooh. Oh, the Viper micro. He's going to... Oh, this scout still stay. He's going to get one more hit. And now the villager from Viper's coming over.
She wants a piece of action. She wants a piece of action. Oh, man. She's brutal, this villager. Ooh, don't mess with her.
A little less conversation, a little more action, please. She's saying to the villagers over here. But yeah, Viper is now pushed him off of the stone. TaToH doesn't have enough stone for another tower. Does he have stone anywhere nearby elsewhere? Doesn't look like it. That looks like he's only stone mined for a while.
Wow. Ah, it's far too much action for me to deal with right now.
Yep.
But we'll see what the
Counter-attack.
plan is from TaToH with those archers. But here we go. Let's
Exactly.
see.
It's
Still saying that kinging though, and he is rather bruised. You know, 63 HP. Can always get knocked down.
a little battered. If you should, yeah, you could heal him up. But Viper here putting down a market. Very handy building to have in this game, because it does get very messy. TaToH could deny it, actually. Can he? Yeah, he will. He'll get in there and stop the villager. So I think Viper may be thinking Castle Age. Obviously, the market, the archery range. But at the moment, with that being denied, he won't be able to click up. And those archers are still on the prowl. There is now fletching for TaToH as well. So a little bit of extra range, a little bit of extra damage. Looking to find some villagers. While Viper doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't see his scouts anywhere.
They are making their way back. There's 2 scouts right next to the watchtower being built by Viper.
Yeah, but they're low. They'll get picked off. There's one.
Oh.
But still, TaToH unable to do some real damage here. At the moment, he's 1 villager ahead. He's 8 army ahead. But he is a long way behind in terms of that Castle Age upgrade. Viper here does nearly have the resources to click up. He just doesn't have the building yet. But he is now building a blacksmith on the left side with a villager there. So even if that market doesn't go up, which it does in the end, he should be clicking up to the Castle Age after this villager here.
Yes, hopefully so. It gets the Castle Age, get those more important techs in, and start to, make some more aggressive decision making. Maybe a siege workshop. I just want to see a siege workshop, man. I missed it. I missed the mangonels. But anyway,
you're right. I mean, we've not actually seen that too much this tournament. Not really a lot of siege coming into play, really, in the Castle Age. But Viper here is up to the Castle Age now. TaToH is a little ways behind. He just doesn't have the resources yet, as he has invested quite a bit into making these archers. But he is also being able to achieve something with them. He's ahead in villagers now, as he picks some villagers from Viper off. And he's forcing Viper to go into skirmishers to defend, which is a good thing for TaToH, because skirmishers are very weak in the Castle Age, and they're very easy to counter.
Yes, absolutely. At least he's playing safe Viper with his king, unlike TaToH. TaToH seems to be liking the Oasis ponds with the shorefish, the king and some sights to see. As right now, the archer's looking to try and poke back in somewhere towards the gold, but there's so many towers, it's very difficult to do so. But an aggressive one's being put up. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I mean, he's going for it. I mean, what are those skirmishes really going to do? They're going to do nothing. It's really or to the villagers, I mean. It's the villagers from Viper that are the real threat. It's much like the game we saw yesterday from MBL and back to MBL doing supremacy and just going ham with his vills. But, yeah, I mean, this time around, Viper with the skirmishes as backup, meaning that those archers can't really get too heavily involved. And TaToH's bringing his whole eco forward to finish this tower. Commitment.
I mean, who needs archers? Just spear and villagers, huh? Yeah, towers up. Objective complete.
Now what? Go idle. It's like, yeah, 8 vills just going to sit around, do nothing. But, yeah, I do like TaToH's position a little bit here, just because Viper is going quite heavy into the skirms. The problem is that now Viper can go straight into knights, and Berbers do get cheaper knights. So the counter-attack here could be an issue. Obviously, TaToH's eco is quite spread out. He's on the way up to the Castle Age. He just needs to defend for the next few minutes. And he's got to keep his army safe as well, because he wants to make sure he can get these guys up to crossbow before he loses them all.
Yeah, look at the gold mine for TaToH. Good grief! I mean, it's highly inefficient, but good grief has a lot of villagers being thrown on it. And this is actually a good spot for Viper to get back, is to raid that gold pile, because that tower won't protect all of those villagers, and there's a long way back to another tower.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's also the wood line on the left side. Like you say, it's a long way out. This whole area is very exposed, really. Even the area near his TC, these villagers are kind of low. Some knights could get in there and pick them off and block them getting back to the town center and to safety. Viper's looking to hunt down these archers. Can TaToH keep them alive for long enough to get crossbow? That's the question here. I think he's going to get himself cornered.
Ooh.
And there's a villager standing by here as well.
That was the villager with the entry range. Oh, well, she's dead.
I feel like they've just kind of scattered everything all over the place, just kind of thrown them down randomly. But this is going to be bad for TaToH. He's not going to get crossbow in time. Those archers are going to get headed off. And that is a horrible engagement. It's not even an engagement, because TaToH isn't even fighting. But yeah, that crossbow and bodkin arrow tech too late to save the day. And TaToH here will take what he can, a scout cavalry, before getting cut down and losing everything. So Viper now in a much better position overall, I would say. I did think that TaToH's position wasn't so bad. I think if he had kept the archers alive, he could have redeemed it a little bit. But he is now putting down a monastery, and we'll see some monks coming out to defend from those knights from Viper.
Yeah, he's going to need something defensive. You can't get enough archers out in time to take them. And of course, if Viper gets that +2 armor as well, it can be more problematic for him. So monks is a good choice, naturally. So choice from good old TaToH here. Oh, here's that knight we're talking about, though. Right in the back of that gold area, picks off one villager.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. We'll go down, though. And obviously, TaToH has a couple of spears hanging around. They're not really too much of a threat, though, really. But then again, Viper doesn't really have many upgrades either. He's actually not committing too heavily to the knights, it would seem. He's actually going for Genitor right now, which is interesting. At the moment, he's got 1 range and 1 stable. Very little military production. In fact, look at his eco. It's very imbalanced. He's nearly got 1,000 wood. 480 stone. There's no food for villager production. He's got an idle TC. He's trying to take the deer on the right side, but things are looking a little messy for Viper still.
Yeah, but the great thing about the market, though, is that he can use it to rebalance the economy a little bit, sell some of that wood if he needs to, or the stone, and then maybe buy a little bit of food if he has to. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's not efficient, but it's better than having no villager production or any other unit production that he might desperately need. And here's that little engagement now between the skirmishers and the crossbows.
Yeah.
Picks off that Genitor like it's nothing, though.
Yeah, it's nice for TaToH because he has the range, right? It's 7 range versus 5. So he just uses that range to get the free damage in. He's also going to see the university and deny it. And, okay, he's running under these towers. Most of the tower shots are missing because Viper doesn't have ballistics since he can't make the university. And I don't know. I'm feeling like, you know, Viper was so much faster to the Castle Age, but he hasn't really made that much of it. And TaToH is still a threat all around the map. I like the way that he kept Viper busy with his army at the back. And okay, he did lose his whole army, but he brought Viper to the opposite side of the map to his own base and kept himself safe by doing that, I think.
Yes, absolutely. Meanwhile, though, on the left-hand side, that poor fisherman lady has finally gone down to the knights. Broke through the palisade. Yeah, she was there having a nice time, but sad to report that she died.
There she is.
Yep, she went down. She had 2 HP. I was like, I hope she lives for the rest of the game, but no.
Hey, you'll be pleased to know, by the way, TaToH's going 2 monasteries and siege now, so we're starting to see a classic siege and monk push. This is very nice, and we've also got the crossbows as well. Viper's gone for the 3rd TC, so this is very reminiscent of last game, really, where we saw TaToH on the 1 TC, and Viper going up to 3 very quickly. Looks like TaToH wants to mirror that again and go for the aggression, but Viper's knights are being a nuisance. The 2 in the back, killing off a villager in the spears there.
Okay, the lumber camp left gets moved away. That's okay. I'll build another one he's a couple of meters away.
He's bringing the monks over though, so he should be fine. I think he might lose another villager, but he should be fine. Oh, he gets the conversion. Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice.
There we go. That was all part of the bait, really. Meanwhile, though, Viper's got a ton of idle villagers next to, I think, what was the previous mine. It's okay. It's getting this sorted over the castle.
And the castle.
Down.
Yeah. There you go.
If this gets denied, this could be game.
This is huge. TaToH with 3 mangonels coming in. Oh, that's perfect. He's going to kill the vills. Viper's he deleted it. He deleted the castle.
Oh, that was close.
Well, I think he was okay, but yeah, that was close. If he hadn't got many hammer downs on that castle, those mangonels would have finished it off, and he would have lost everything. So the Viper's not ready for this pressure. He's got his army? He's got 4 genitors, and he's got a couple of knights. It's just not enough. No way. This balance is so good here for TaToH. The siege is lovely, the crossbows are lovely, the monks are lovely, everything's lovely, quite frankly. Yep. An exposed TC here from Viper as well. TaToH taking that down very quickly. Viper, he's gone for the... Oh man, I'm looking at the chat and I know what I said.
No, I know.
He's got ballistics now, but he doesn't really have any units at all on the field. And realistically, how are camel archers going to help him here as well? Like, I don't think that his castle units are really going to be very useful.
Well, I hope they do a bit more beneficial than the genitals, but I mean... oh, sorry, I had to throw that one in there. But, yeah, this castle's going to be pretty ineffective. Like, okay, it protects the TC and the wood line and a couple of shorefish, but that's really it. The gold's still not accessible. The other TC up top is also under pressure, it will be, if he finds it.
Oh, look at this as well. He's moved loads of his eco to the south, but TaToH sees it with 2 crossbows. He knows exactly what's going on. Oh, he'll see it through the fog of war, but look at this. Look at this now. 2 crossbows right here in the wood line. And Viper, he needs to attack with the villagers, but how many villagers is he going to lose in the meantime? This is just...
This might be a game.
Oh, it's falling apart at the seams. TaToH, what a player today. This has been a couple of great games from him, and really well executed games from him as well. He's still, I believe, only he is on 2 TCs now, but he's only just added that second TC in.
Yes, he is like 3 vills behind, but he's going to be catching up very quickly right now. The Genitors are moving in right now. They're going to hopefully try and clean up the 2 crossbows, but that damage is just insane, though. Like 3 villages, 4 villages on the gold, and there's even more by the lumber camp.
He's going for the camel archers, right? But one got converted, and the reason I'm saying what a camel archer is really going to do, okay, they do work as good raiding units, but Viper right now should not really be thinking about raiding. He's got to defend this TC with 10 idle villagers in it. He's got to defend his eco down in the south. Raiding is really not on his radar right now, I think, as he's going to lose a lot more to TaToH's siege if he goes and raids than if he goes and deals with that head on.
There is a slight problem, though, occurring for TaToH, and that's the gold situation. That gold mine is fully saturated. There's a bunch of villas bumping into each other. He's got to find another source of gold. Now, there is one to the south, but the tower does give vision of the location. So I think TaToH needs to also think about a little bit further ahead where his next gold pile is going to be. I think he just wants to go brute force on the TC where Vipers is. Take that down, maybe claim it for himself.
I think he can try and brute force it. Right now, Viper's finishing off bloodlines. That's a really important tech for the Berbers. Everything they make is like cavalry, you know, it's either camels, genitor, camel archers, or knights, and having that is really important. We've got Atonement coming in for TaToH, and oh, nice shot on the Mangonel, but Sanctity saving the day for TaToH there. He will lose a lot of those monks though. This could be a good fight for Viper. The Mangonel's coming over. He needs to hit the shots onto the camel archers and onto these genitor right here. Viper looks like he might just be able to clean this one up entirely as he jukes out the Mangonels, and that was a really good fight for Viper there, using his Mangonel to clean up the monks. Absolutely pivotal to the victory there.
That was insane. Absolutely insane. I thought those monks would go a good couple of conversions, but they got none. I didn't see a single one come in.
I think they got maybe 1 conversion. I don't think they got any more than that. That was such a good fight, and you know, if TaToH didn't have Sanctity, that would have gone even worse. But yeah, I mean, right now it's flipped back the other way, shoes on the other foot. Viper's behind by 7 villas, but he's caught up in army, and he's now back in control. And I feel like with Genitor, with Camel Archers, and now having the upgrades as well, 2+2, and oh god, 2 + 2 is 4.
One is 3.
Quick maths. Yeah, Viper here has the bloodlines as well, so that's actually going to help him out massively, and he can start to turn his attention back to the other side of the map, back to raiding TaToH, and equalizing that villager count out a little bit here.
Oh, thank you so much. I genuinely didn't think you would get that in there, but you did. So.
He just had 2 + 2 though. I mean, he's got +2 +2. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, amazing. Anyway, though, but this is where I'm concerned for TaToH right now. It was going so well, but now there's no gold he's taking.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned, like, what's his army composition of? It's monks, siege, and it was crossbows. All rely on gold, and he hasn't got any access to gold at the moment.
Well, where is the gold? I'm looking at the eco minimap. It's down in the south, which is, you know, Viper has good vision of that, and that's it. There's one in the far west as well. He's also got a tower on it. So you're right. TaToH's in trouble with gold, and he needs to do something about it. What is he going to do? What realistic options does he have? He's going quite heavy into monks, and that's really gold intensive. But how else does he deal with this army?
What's his gold bank right now? 123? Okay, so he can afford 1 more monk if he wishes to do so.
Oh, he has got a relic, by the way. But yeah, Viper now going to raid. Camel Archer's coming in hot. And I tell you. The skirmishes for TaToH aren't going to cut it. Like, okay, you can go skirmishes, that's fine. But they're not going to cut it. Because Janitor are better. There's no way that TaToH can realistically take a good fight here without gold.
I just don't even care either. The camels just came and just took out 3 of them.
No, that's true as well. The camels are strong, man.
They are. They actually are rather strong. 80 HP for a start.
Oh, here we go, though. A lot of monks coming in here. The skirmish is popping out as well. He will get one of the camel archers, but he converts the one with 4 health. That is not helping the cause, but there you go. 2 more getting converted there as Viper comes in from the rear. And I think TaToH's going to lose a bunch more monks here. Oh dear. Yeah, converting the camel archers is fine, but the Janitor is just obviously getting maximum value for money. Viper might overcommit a little bit to killing the monks, though. He is going to back out before he ends up losing too much there. But still a great trade for Viper, I'd say, once again.
Yes, good trade overall. I think that's fine. Again, no access to gold for TaToH, so even though like he converted camel archers, doesn't matter. Like it's still a good value trade because TaToH can't create another gold unit really until you can create a couple, but still. But it's also his eco's a little bit imbalanced. I think did he sell some wood? He had 1,000 wood, or he just built a load of farms. I don't really know, but he is now trying to rebalance it a little bit more. 102 pop though for TaToH. Don't roll it just yet, but again, it is all just elite skirmishes though. And what's Viper's reaction? 2 mangonels.
Yeah, Viper's got 22 army. TaToH has 22 army. Viper has 87 villagers. TaToH has 81, so it is close. But yeah, I want to say as well, Viper's army is better. Like you say, it's just skirmishes for TaToH. There's really no real defense there from what Viper is fielding right now. I also wanted to highlight that Viper has currently got where is it? I wanted to see how many miners he had. Is it not showing? Why is it not showing up? Okay, Viper's got a lot of villagers on gold. Oh, it's TaToH has no miners. That's why. Viper has 26 miners. TaToH has 0. It was on TaToH's point of view. That's why it was showing none. So this is a problem for TaToH. No gold income at all.
I love what Viper's doing as well. He's focusing at the top, sort of right-hand side of the map as well for his aggression. Because he knows Zika's got vision of all the goals that TaToH needs to collect. So he has to go there, they can easily get there. But also the fact that he wants to make TaToH distracted by focusing on the right rather than where the gold is at the south. So it's a good, smart decision-making here from Viper. And hopefully he can basically make most of it and push forward here into the base of TaToH.
Yeah, TaToH's trying to do something, trying to raid a little bit with some crossbows, some elite skirmishers, but ultimately right now, like we said before, there's no real way he can stop this army without gold income. He is probably abusing the market at the moment. He can sell wood for 34 gold for 100 wood. He can sell food for 89 gold per 100 food. But it's never ideal to do that. It's always better to mine it out of the ground. And with mass skirmishes like this, he hasn't really got an answer for these mangonels. Maybe the monks, maybe if he gets redemption. I don't know if he did that already, but maybe that would be his way to deal with the mangonels right now.
Hopefully so. Yeah, it looks like he has actually researched redemption, so for TaToH, so he can convert those mangonels. In the meanwhile, though, it's how much you can take. I mean, the monster's getting taken down right now. One with the relic inside.
He's going to go for it. Viper's moved his army south. The mangonels are actually exposed. They're very close to the castle, though, and he's going to go for the conversions. Viper's not really noticed, I don't think, and I think 2 of those mangonels will go. Oh, never mind. Only the 1. No RNG for TaToH there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And he lost those villagers who were trying to go to the gold, I think. Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, yeah.
The worst part is as well, Viper's going to Imperial Age.
Oh, yeah, he is. Wow, way to come back, though. I think TaToH had this huge advantage. And he took down one of Viper's TCs. He was nearly taking down the second. He denied a castle from Viper. Viper was frantically trying to build this castle. And look where that castle is. It's not a good place. It's just a panic castle almost. Like, I have to get a castle up here. And TaToH was in such a powerful position. But the one fight that turned it all, right here in the north, giving Viper back the edge and probably turning the game on its head. giving Viper the means to take a victory here. I think the melee in the late game really don't stand up to the Berbers realistically. Even if Viper and TaToH were both going up to Imp at the same time right now, even if they both had access to gold, I think that the Berbers trump the melee in the late game anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh man.
Goes. Oh, that's
down. What a horrible fight for TaToH here. Just surrounded by Viper. Beautiful concave for his units at the back. The Mangonel hitting some big shots as well in there. And TaToH's just lost the majority of his skirmisher army. It's a very messy game. It has been all over the place. But it looks like Viper's on the road to victory here as this Imperial Age upgrade comes in. TaToH wondering where it all went wrong, and we know. Right here.
Like an upgrade?
Interesting.
Not really sure where this lies, but okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I think this game is far beyond over.
Well, I mean, if he was Malians, maybe the pikeman upgrade would be a great choice. But they're going to get melted here still. So, GG from TaToH as Viper hits Imp, and he realizes that I just can't stop this.
No, and it's unfortunate. I think TaToH played a really good game. Despite all that, I think he played a fantastic game with that aggressive approach. It was just, I think the slight problem there was just the gold. Like he failed to recognize the gold at the top he had was being fully saturated and running out, and then make much effort to take the one down further south. And I think Viper was somewhat fortunate to have an extra goal, but hey, it's better wins. It's not exactly like you don't know that one person gets a abundance of resources.
Yeah.
But, I still think Viper did a really good comeback, that's for sure, because I would have tapped out.
Oh.
I saw that, I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
That was a fantastic comeback from Viper, and I want to clarify, I'm not saying that it's a Civ win for Viper. That's not what I was saying. I was saying that in the late game, the Berbers beat the melee, in my opinion. And that's why TaToH went for his mid-game aggression, because that's where he's the strongest. That's where he has the edge. That's where he has the eco lead because of his faster uptime. That's where he can put the pressure on with 1 TC and punish the greedy Viper for going 3. But Viper held it. He made a fantastic comeback. In my opinion, it was all won and lost basically at this moment here, right where we're looking right now, where his camel archers are currently positioned when he won that fight and swung the tide of the battle right back in his favor.
No, you're absolutely right. I think so. You got to play the Civ, not just play the late game or anything, or particularly just the game itself. You got to play how your Civ works, and I think TaToH did that. Just occasion that Viper managed to recover really well. So credit to where credit's due.
Yeah, I mean, I do think though that Viper was maybe a little careless. I mean, he knew it was against the melee. He probably could have expected some early aggression like that, and he was very greedy to boom the way he did, leaving his town centers very exposed. He even lost nearly 2 TCs, and maybe if he lost that second TC and lost the 10-12 villagers that were inside it, TaToH could have won right there, even if Viper had actually cleaned up his army, because TaToH would have been so far ahead in economy, he could have replenished his replenished his units, and maybe took back control. But Viper getting the Bloodlines tech just before he engaged, got the +2 defense just before he engaged, and he took a convincing win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely spot on there. Nothing much more to add from me.
Cool. Viper's King was in his TC next to the castle, by the way, so no real chance for a King Snipe for TaToH either. TaToH's King, probably in a TC somewhere or a tower somewhere. Who knows? Maybe TaToH's King's actually just chilling at the edge of the map. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. Look at that. Wally? He's actually... Yeah, where is Wally? He's actually in the south of the map. What a Wally he is. Being there at 50 minutes of game time. Good job Viper didn't head down there for whatever reason. But it is best of 3, so our next game will be the decider in this series, and it has been a very enjoyable series so far, I have to say. Quick look at the achievements show us a great KD for the Viper. And relatively small number of conversions for TaToH, considering he did make a lot of monks that game.
That's surprising a little bit. I thought you made more, but... Yeah, that's a bit. But I actually have to. Oh yeah, that's only 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
yeah. Okay. All right. All right, mate.
Nothing much more to add.
Okay. Well, our next map is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be Water Nomad.
Crazy.
This is a map which is. I mean, we saw Doubt absolutely blast Viper on this map last time they played it. It is quite something. And we're going to get into this game in just a moment here. But first, we need to see the Civ draft. So let's do that right now. And that's the wrong Civ draft. I'll quickly get the new one. Do we have the... Okay, we have the URL. I will count us down for the Civ draft. You tell me when you're ready for that.
1 second, let me just get up myself. And I am ready.
Okay. So. In 3, 2, 1, go. And here we go. TaToH versus Viper for game 3. This is the Civ draft now for Water Nomad. And let's see, Milmano. Maybe you can talk us through this one.
Okay, so Nomad Civs you already be thinking of, but also water dependency. So yeah, Italians get banned. Ban Italians. Say goodbye to that. Oh, Vikings. Oh, okay, Vikings from Viper. That's interesting. Malay, yeah, you gotta get up really quick. You want to get rid of it. Maybe Vietnamese could get banned. I would say Vietnamese, maybe Japanese.
I like the way you say Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
But yeah, the Malay is an obvious choice. The faster uptime is something else. So both players getting that banned out there.
Oh, Japanese, yeah. Berbers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Berbers get faster moving ships, so kind of useful. But Japanese certainly a little more useful, I feel. And we'll see what the picks are going to be.
I think Jap for TaToH. He's going to pick Japan.
Can he, though? Can he actually pick Civ that he's banned? I can't remember. I don't know if it's a global ban.
You banned that player, Civ, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh my god, I just
You did it as well. You did it as well. Jordan fan number 1, aka TheViper, takes the bub. So yeah, that makes sense.
I can have words with him if he knows who I am. How dare you?
How dare you? Exactly. TaToH going to take the Japanese, like you say, and Viper going to take Berbers there. So interesting to see Viper taking Berbers. I'm interested in that because I don't see them as being a crazy good water civ. I mean, the ships move 10% faster, but maybe he's thinking more about, okay, stable units costing less. He could also go into knights once it reaches the castle age, but Japanese are going to get the bigger boost, I feel. Maybe not. I mean, let's just see how it plays out. I mean, because I'm not really... I'm wondering how much that speed boost is really going to impact the fire ships, because that could be really pivotal. Yeah,
I don't really actually, to be honest, have a good idea what the plan is for the 10%. I mean, I know what it does, but maybe Beber wants more of a balanced approach because it's not all dependent on the water. Maybe he wants to think more about the land as well at the same time. So he doesn't want to just be like Italians, be like, that's it, full water or something. But I don't know.
Yeah,
the option available to him. I would have thought Italians would have been a smarter choice, but I don't know. I'm not a professional player at all by any means, so I'm just curious to see what he's going to be picking from this and what he does.
All right, well, let's see. I'll count us down if you're ready, and we'll go into game number 3 here.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. And for everybody on the stream, we are here with our next game, third game between Viper and TaToH in this best of 3. To see who will make it through to the grand finals of the Escape Gaming Masters Regicide Edition here. It's all on the line. The loser of this game will drop down to the lower bracket where they could face elimination. The winner will be guaranteed a spot in that grand final. It is still Regicide. They do still start with kings, but this map, Water Nomad, is a nomad start. You start with fishing ships, you start with villagers, and it's kind of crazy because we do have this amphibious terrain as well. Joining me once again will be Milmano, and maybe you can introduce the players for us here. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. On to the west side of the map, you could say. It's going to be Viper here in the yellow, playing as the Berbers, putting down his TC next to a lovely wood and gold pile, and then a dock very close by. And up towards the northeast, you could say, side of the map is going to be TaToH east. Dock down is going to bring his TC up next to a nice bunch of wood line with the gold on the other side of it. And, his fishing ship's already extremely fast to work, so... Looking forward to seeing that. Yep, winner takes all in terms of the spot for the grand final. And I tell you what, it's going to be a really close matchup, as we've seen already. I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, we were talking about the civs just before as well. We were saying, interesting, we saw Berbers being picked up for Viper, and we can only assume that's because of the 10% faster ship movement speed, which they get, giving them a little bit of a faster rush I suppose, and also giving them the edge in terms of micro with fire galleys and things like this. TaToH going for the Japanese because obviously the cost reduction on those on mills and lumber camps and that jazz. But since it's Nomad, I mean, he's not going to be building a lumber camp just yet. He'll save a little bit of wood on the mining camp, but is that a greater bonus than the 10% ship movement speed bonus? I actually don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not initially, anyway. Maybe towards the later part of the game. I don't even know. I mean, one's economical, one's militaristic. It's up to you really, what you value more. And I think in this part of the game, I think militaristic's a little bit more important, especially for the sort of amphibious map style you got here.
Yes.
But anyway, we'll see. Feudal Age is coming up.
This amphibious terrain, it is crossable by land and water, land and sea. You know, it's both, the best of both worlds. As TaToH once again being a little bit ballsy with his king here, very close to Viper's town center, and he's going to try and see what he can spot. Viper will actually be faster to the Feudal Age, and taking 5 health from the TC, taking it at the
Buffalo. Sniped.
The Buffalo did not deserve that death. But goodness me, TaToH there getting out with 50 health on his king, but also with a massive water buffalo army here. I wonder if Viper's going to try and get them back. There are a lot of water buffalo on this map, and notably they do have 150 food, so grabbing them can be quite nice. TaToH just still using that king as a glorified scout here.
God.
Look at his scouting. Look at his vision on the map. Look at this. He sees everything.
What about Vipers? Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Didn't Viper make a video on how to get 100% map vision? Maybe we should be taking tips from TaToH here.
I agree.
Look at that.
Even though they lost that water buffalo, there's still plenty for Viper to take. He's just finding more as we speak, so not a big issue. I think I think TaToH needs that a lot more than Viper does.
I agree to that. He's certainly got a lot less under his town centre here. But yeah, Viper's up to feudal now. Obviously going to be going straight up with some fire galleys, but he doesn't have enough wood for a second dock because he's gone up with a measly 10 villagers. And I should actually put some fish on the overlay here. I should do that so you guys can see they both have 6 fish as well. So yeah, the fire galley is coming straight out. It's all about the speed and the aggression here. And Viper certainly has the edge with the feudal upgrade time. TaToH does have the defensive demolition raft out. Oh, he's going for the king.
Oh, where?
What moves faster, the demolition raft or the king? That was close.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Like if that. Oh, he just. So close.
I reckon TaToH's actually tested out in terms of does a demo raft kill a king? And then
it would kill the king, but does it catch the king?
That's a good point. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't. I don't think.
Catch the pigeon.
Oh, maybe that's why. That's why Viper got the 10%. It's all confirmed.
It's all about the 10%. All right. Well, maybe TaToH's not going to leave his king exposed this game. He's certainly looking for something with that demo raft, maybe to get in on the wood line and kill 3 or 4 villagers in one shot, which would be quite devastating at this stage of the game when there's only 14 villagers on the map. He's coming in. Viper's villagers are trapped here. He's going to get 3. He's going to get 3. They go down. Perfect from TaToH. Absolute perfection. And that is going to cripple Viper's wood income and slow him down on the water massively.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, if he actually got round into town centre where that king was, oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Anyway.
So, TaToH there, very nicely done. 3 villas in 1. And, I mean, Loom wouldn't have made a difference, but Viper doesn't have Loom, for the record. But yeah, I mean, TaToH right now, we expect with 3 villagers, he should be able to get an edge there. He's got a second dock up already. Viper 2 has a second dock, and he's on the prowl now with his fire galleys. Viper 2 looking to see what he can find. As look at that trail of water buffalo making it back across the map. They've been on a pilgrimage here to the holy TaToH's TC.
Look at the way they walk.
I know, I love the way they wiggle. Wiggle.
Wiggle. Oh, that's amazing. Anyway, back to the real commentary.
Viper getting the loom now. You know, the fire guy is getting a little close to his TC, and Viper going for the demo raft as well. Oh, yes. This game is now sort of slowing down a little, I feel. Neither player getting a huge advantage to start things off. I wonder
I
if
don't know, that 3 bill was quite nice.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you in there.
I'm wondering though, actually, just real quick, if Viper goes with the demo raft and goes under TaToH's TC, how many water buffalo could he kill? Just get in there and blow them up.
That would be amazing.
That would be funny.
I don't know. Would you class it to be worth it? I mean, like, you would wipe out a lot of food resource.
Yeah, maybe.
See, the more I watch these games, the more I think about this in a deeper level, in terms of water buffalo getting killed by demos. This is fantastic. I love escape gaming for this reason.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? We end up 10 minutes into a game, we talk about water buffalo getting assassinated by a demo raft. Oh, Zero.
Oh. So I actually do like TaToH's decision to add galleys here. Galleys are more versatile on this map because of range. They can get in behind a wood line, pick off villagers like an archer would, whereas the fire galleys can't do that. And the way TaToH's walled up his gold mine, for example, is a perfect sort of theory in practice. It's like he can't really raid that at all. He needs to get some galleys out to do it. And so TaToH's in a very safe position at home, and the galleys from TaToH will allow him to try and harass Viper's economy a little bit more.
Yeah, Viper's getting a couple more guys out himself. Yeah, I like the versatility. The gold thing was spot on. I was about to say that, but yeah, it was a really good point to make. That's exactly why they pretty much needed. Find those enemy lines behind the walls. But it'd be difficult to get to Viper though. Like, apart from the one demo raft, that outpost on the left will make sure that won't happen again. And generally speaking, they're just all covered up by this town centre, all the villages, so very difficult to get any damage done. Here's that engagement though.
Yeah, I'm wondering how this is going to go. There's a decent mix of units for both of them in here. The demo raft from TaToH getting focused down, not really achieving too much. There is a demo raft from Viper in there as well, but TaToH will want to be very careful not to get caught out here. He's outnumbered and needs to run away.
But he will find that villager.
Yeah, he will. Viper's going to... I think he'll return back to the dock. I don't think, realistically, TaToH's going to stop that. But interestingly enough, that ship movement speed bonus for Viper actually helping him to chase TaToH down and close the gap here. So this is very nice for Viper to have. But the army count is pretty close for both of them, 7 each. TaToH a little bit ahead in vills still, and both on 6 fish too. So I'd say it's very even so far this game.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Viper catching up a little bit from earlier on. But the army numbers, yeah, definitely depleted there for TaToH. It's a bit of a sloppy exit, really, you could say. A lot of units just getting picked off one by one. Basically tried to sacrifice one to the cause, but ended up actually losing more. And he could lose more again. Again, this ship movement speed is really helping out here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 2 HP. That's so close.
Oh yeah, both of those are really low. But yeah, looks like TaToH does have more galleys. He has got fletching now as well, so TaToH should be able to take a good fight here. We do know that the fire galleys are strong, but once you get to a decent number of galleys, they are able to bring them down pretty quickly once fletching is researched. So TaToH here, trying to use his best micro to get himself into a good position. It is, of course, made a little harder by the movement speed, but he should come out on top by the looks of things, as he's going to take the fight right to Viper and push him away. He could really commit to this. He has got more numbers on his side here.
Yeah, once you get that critical mass, of course, of those guys, very effective in terms of stopping him. But again, it is hampered a little bit by that 10% movement speed. So he has to watch out to make sure it doesn't get caught out a little bit, which he has managed to do now quite well. So let's see if he can try and keep it up and try and apply a bit more pressure. But I'm keep going back to that same question. There is where is TaToH going to apply this pressure? Because at the moment, there isn't enough range to get behind the wood lines of Viper and do some damage. It's just basically trying to keep, I think, Viper at bay rather than anything else. I think that's probably the most important goal.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's just going to be a little bit of a dance in the middle of the map, maybe a little bit of a stalemate even. Maybe Viper can actually outproduce TaToH in ships, because he does actually have the third dock now, and I don't think TaToH did add a third dock just yet. But so far, both players just kind of dancing back and forth, doing the hand jive in the middle of the map, and neither player really making big gains here.
Yeah, I think TaToH just built that third dock, though. See that villager idle next to a house? I think it was just freshly built, so...
Okay.
Yeah, so that should help try and keep up on the numbers front. But it has become more of a galley war for now. It's just back to the old AoE 2 days.
Just spotted a galley doing the moonwalk there, so just HD things. As Viper's actually starting to pressure a little more. Now, numbers, or like sort of number of units, can be deceptive because obviously health pools matter as well. Viper actually does have 14 galleys versus TaToH's 12, but TaToH does have more resources in the bank, so maybe a faster castle time for him, but it might not matter if he loses everything here. He's got to be very careful.
Absolutely, yeah. 16 army to 11 now, so Viper is starting to pull ahead. Thanks for probably like that earlier third dock. Yeah, make sure he's keeping the Viper at bay. This is some good micro though from Viper. Good grief.
Yeah, it's just it's mesmerizing, isn't it? You just oh dear, TaToH sending his meat shield fishing ships in with their 120 health and 6 pierce armor. Look at them, they don't go down.
Yeah, bite me.
Well, I mean, with fish getting quite low, he could legitimately use the fishing ships as sort of like mini rams here, if there's nothing better for them to do. But generally speaking, there is something better for them to do, such as
you would
fish.
be right. The problem is, though, that 10% movement speed we keep coming back to. It's just Viper's able to basically move away from the guys and pick off those fishing ships rather easily. Yeah. So, unfortunately, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Oh, that villager's dead. Oh, she dead.
She dead.
Oh, she dead, son.
But still, I mean, Viper's behind by a villager, even after killing that villager there. It's you can see there's a slow progression though. Viper is slowly but surely pushing TaToH back and back and back towards his town center. I think the Castle Age upgrade will change or influence a lot here though. Both players are very close, and I think it might be Viper who clicks up first.
Yeah.
So
he looks first to go up.
I'd say Viper has the edge here by quite a margin. As long as he continues to keep up this micro, as long as he continues to maneuver his galleys so well. And TaToH will basically be behind in the Castle Age then as well, and then Viper is in position to pressure the town center and take it down. So I think TaToH has to get another dock and start producing from 4 if he really realistically wants to come back.
Yes, absolutely, and it's again a slight problem for TaToH right now is the restrictions he has on his own base. Like the walls are played by his gold means he can't add any more villagers unless he. Okay, he actually has got rid of that tree, but okay. But the point being, there's a galley there. Hello. But again, like the lack of water buffalo and all this business he had earlier on, it was really close, and then he decided to build a demo raft or something, and then. Now he hasn't got enough food, and he's run out of food to pick up from. So now he's in real trouble.
Oh, yeah, he's run out. Yeah, you're right. He's run out of water buffalo, and TaToH can't get to the Castle Age right now. He needs to farm somewhere, or he needs to get more water buffalo in from somewhere.
He's gonna sell some wood, I think, and then buy the food.
Yeah, he has to. But
he bought too much.
Oh man. Now he doesn't have the gold. Now he has got the gold. But look at this. It's slowed him down massively.
Yeah, he had to sell 400 wood, man. That's another dock, 2 docks, you could say, or even a whole production of galleys. Like,
yeah, that's really bad for him.
That's a big cost.
Viper now is 90% of the way to the Castle Age. TaToH's about 10, and he's gonna struggle. It's gonna get harder and harder for him to find a good engagement as well.
Do you see that forward dock?
Do I see?
There's a forward dock from Viper. There is a forward dock.
There it is.
That's amazing.
I actually do like this map. I love it. I don't think it's that gimmicky. I think it's reasonable. I mean,
no, it's just funny to see it. You just don't normally say it's a forward dock. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed Viper did cartography just then. Got to get the important researches in, and looks like TaToH's going to be. Oh, I was going to say losing his demo rafts. They are duking the shots out. He's forced to run with his villagers again though, and he knows he can't engage this army from Viper because Viper is I'm pretty sure he killed his own villager with his demo raft there when it exploded.
Yep, he just did. He just did.
But yeah, Viper's going to have War Galley and Bodkin Arrow any second now, so TaToH can't engage it. He's got to find another way, and I guess his solution is to counterattack right now. But never mind, it's GG from TaToH, as he calls it right there, knowing all too well that Viper has just overwhelmed him, and he will not be able to put up a defense against these War Galleys for long enough.
Yeah, that was a solid game from Viper. I mean, he is so good at water. I mean, I'm not entirely surprised at this result, really, when you think about it. But I think, TaToH played really well. I love the demo thing. That was amazing. But doesn't matter, though, still, really. The problem was, I think, was micro a little bit. And again, that 10% movement speed, like, damn, like, that was so effective. I wasn't thinking it would be that effective when I looked at it, but when you saw it in action, like, wow, that was so good to see. But the Viper for micro was too good, too strong. Too strong.
Yeah, too strong. Well, I mean, for TaToH here, he will drop down to the lower bracket, but he could still make it back to see another day and even meet Viper again in the grand finals. Viper, of course, winning the best of 3, will go through to the grand final now, and we will now see the remaining, the next lower bracket game, followed by the, well, you know what, I'll just show you the brackets. How about that? There you go. Beautiful. So Viper in the grand finals now. The winner of MBL versus Doubt will play versus TaToH, and if TaToH gets the win, he will be able to go back up to the grand final and face the Viper once more. So we do have 3 more sets to go today. First set will be MBL versus Doubt. The second set will be TaToH versus the winner of that set, and then the grand final, Viper versus the winner of whoever TaToH, or the winner of TaToH and the winner of that set. Yeah, whatever.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay. I'm just, it's not okay. I can't speak. Something
it's
wrong
okay.
with me.
I can't speak anyway. It's fine. I think we've just been the Jordan fan #1. That's what it really was.
Yeah, that's throwing us off. It's throwing us off. TaToH put up a great fight in that last series. I think he did a really good job. It was a close one. He very nearly got a 2-0 there.
Yes,
you know, it was very, very close to a 2-0.
And interesting, he lost both maps on a Nomad style start as well. I think that also takes into account, like, and of course, last one was more water based. But I think if TaToH was looking to improve anyway, I mean, I think if he sees 2 games, especially the second game was really good. It's just, again, that was just a different set of circumstances in comparison to game 3. But it is interesting when you look at it, like, oh, okay, you won the first game was more of a land based map. Even though it was a bit crazy, but still, the second and third game were nomad-based starts. So if he ever was looking back, you think, okay, if I practice here, particularly against Viper, maybe then that might help in the next engagement he has with him.
Yeah,
Engagement. What is?
I agree. So right now, we have MBL versus Doubt coming up. That's best of 3. I'm interested to see how this goes. Obviously, MBL hasn't made it this far in an Escape Gaming tournament yet, and MBL has been playing very well recently. He was recently #1 on the 1v1 Voobly ladder. Can he take down Doubt? Can he